G'day guys, it's Aaron from InnerSpace Explorers, and with me is someone that you may have seen before.
Achim from InnerSpace Explorers.
So today what we're going to be talking about in this video is something pretty damn cool actually. The man sitting next to me that we all know and respect has gone and written a book that is being published very soon. There it is, hopefully you can see that a little bit. So what we're going to do is just talk a little bit about the book, kind of where the idea came from, some of the things that are in it, and yeah, a little bit else. So tell us about the book, Achim.
Yeah, good question, where to start?
Well, where did the idea come from, I suppose, and how did it start?
I mean, I'm writing a diary basically since I'm a teenager.
Yeah.
So, and that also substitutes my logbook, my diving logbook. So I think I stopped writing logbook when I was 14, 16, something like that.
Yeah.
And then, but obviously I kind of logged all my dives in that diary along with everything else. So that's just a habit.
Yeah.
And I think we were sitting having dinner somewhere in Lanzarote, a group of divers, and one of the divers was my actually school buddy Moritz, who is a full-time journalist, worked for past 2 decades, worked for one of Germany's most renowned newspapers.
Yep.
And I mean, you know how it is. I mean, divers sitting together, chatting, exchanging stories, and he said, like, man, you need to write this down. And I was like, it is written down. It's all in diaries. I mean, it's just so that's was basically when that idea was born.
Yeah.
And so then over the next couple of months, we just exchanged, and I just sent him parts of it, and we started getting this together. And then last year we spent a week, 10 days, something like that, on Mallorca.
Yeah.
Just got an apartment, did a dive in the morning together, and then the rest of the day sitting on the computer and just hammering it out.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's then Moritz found a publishing company, and it will be released on the 8th of April.
Wow. That's got to feel pretty cool to have a published book coming out.
Well,
it's
number 3 or 4.
So, not your first rodeo then,
Nope.
but the first one about diving.
Yeah, the first, I mean, story.
Okay.
Whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
everything else. I mean, I obviously published a lot of articles
Yeah.
and stuff in various magazines and newspapers, and we have the Recreational Diver, which is
Yeah.
like the standard book for our recreational training, and I have another one out on boat restoration.
Yep. Yep.
But that's like the first,
Yeah.
novel, so to speak. Whatever. I mean, it's based on reality, but yeah.
Yeah. So, so what is the book about, and what do you get into? What are some of the themes and ideas that you get into in the book?
Well, it's basically a biography, but I think it's a bit early for biography.
I hope so.
But it's basically from when I started diving when I was 7 years old,
Yeah.
to my channel dive in 2012. So that's basically the time frame.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, the way how I got into diving as a kid, based on an accident basically, and you know all these stories. So, and then yeah, my childhood, my teenage years, when everybody just went playing soccer and stuff like that, and I just went off going diving somewhere, and most people weren't even aware of that. And yeah, then going to the United States when I was barely 18.
Yeah.
And how I basically went into the diving industry there, all the stuff that happened there, some not so nice personal stuff, obviously. Yeah, some sad stories. I mean, the name of the book is Der taucht mit, which means death always dives with you. And there is a couple of sad stories, obviously. But then also some of the exploration stuff we did, a couple of projects.
Yeah.
And then back to Germany, commercial diving, some weird contracts that I had,
Yeah.
some treasure diving. Yeah, everything up to that dive 2012, which kind of also marked the end of an era for me personally, because 2013 my boys were born.
Yeah.
And then obviously I stepped back a little bit from the super extreme stuff. Yeah.
So pretty much a bit of an overview of a lot of your diving experiences.
Yeah.
And okay, very cool. So I've started reading it, however, quite slowly because unfortunately so far the book is only available in German, which is of course Achim's native language and home. And so yeah, what we're hoping is that in the future we're going to be able to get this published also in English, which I think would be awesome for a lot of the native English-speaking viewers of this channel and supporters. And also for you, I think, to be able to break into that market as well would be quite good.
Yeah, fact is, and I think 80% of the people following me online are actually English-speaking.
Yep.
The channel's English, which I get a lot of haters for. Yeah, it's actually something that I would really like to see that book actually is translated. And so if you want this book to be published in English, please put it in the comment section. Just a note like, hey, I want it in English, because if we get enough of these comments, I could actually go to my publishing company and say, look, there's more people that want it in English and there's a need for that.
Yeah.
And then it can probably happen, yeah, sooner or later.
Certainly hope so. So what's in the future for yourself now? Are there more books in the pipeline? What's the plan?
Yeah, well, actually, more than one person that read it, the pre-releases,
Yeah.
asked me like, hey, it gives the impression that there's more to come, and obviously, yeah, we could make a follow-up, no problem at all. There's also, I mean, beside the diving, there's like the yacht security stuff. Was a couple of interesting ones. That would actually be cool for another like part 2 or so.
Yeah.
And yeah, if there's interest and this works well, but
Why not?
yeah, obviously, I'm super interested in that. Yeah.
Very cool. Well,
Nice.
I think I can certainly speak for myself and most of the people I think watching in just saying thank you for putting this information out there. Also with the YouTube channel, now with the book, I think it's really awesome to be able to get such good, honest opinions and advice. Also as someone that's only just getting into the technical diving, so being able to pick up some of this knowledge and also some of the things to do, some of the things maybe not to do. Obviously, diving's changed a lot since you were a younger man back in the 1920s, I believe. So, yeah, I mean, just really thank you so much for putting this information out there. I think you're helping to promote a next generation of divers coming through, and yeah, really appreciate that.
Thank you very much, Aaron.
So if you want to support this channel, support Achim a little bit and keep this information coming out there, please support, get the book, read the book, like, comment, let us know, yeah.
Yeah, as I said, thank you very much. Also, thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for these comments. And yeah, stay safe, and hopefully see you in the next video. Take care, bye-bye.